Hello, my loves. How we doing today? This morning. Hope all is well with you. Sending you hope, love, strength, happiness, anything that you require in this very moment. Encouragement, whatever you're going through, you were built for it. You got it. Whatever it is, whatever the obstacle, whatever the challenge is, you got this, okay? So I was in there and I'm in there studying and researching and stuff as usual. And I was sitting there thinking, call it a download. And I wanted to give you a little bit of peace of mind just in case you were wondering. Excuse me. I'm still in my pajamas. Every day is Friday to me. But if you are confused, I want you to know and understand that that is not you that is confused. If you can remember back in a time where you were you. The last time I remember being me, I was in my 20s. I was in my mid-20s. But that's when everything started to go left because that's also when the black magic started, okay? It's heavily documented, so I know there are those that are skeptic, there are those that may not believe, and there are some that may not have just been aware, but it actually does exist. And confusion is one of those signs. It is a symptom of black magic. And that's specifically if you've never been confused a day in your life before. I'm talking to those specifically who were straight for the first majority part of their life. It doesn't matter how old you are. So if you are a 20-year-old watching this, you can remember a time where you were good, where you were at peace. You weren't confused about who you are and what you wanted in life. Okay? So if you're on this channel, thank you. I appreciate you being here, and I'm hoping anything that I put out there, past, present, or future, is something that is going to help you navigate this life, your spiritual journey, your God-given path, and also to help you discover your God-given talents, because we all have them. We are spiritually blessed, all of us. Some of us are more aware of than others. But in my early part of my life, it was just natural for me to just use my gifts because it was a part of me. But then when I hit my 20s and I met this guy, black magic happened. And out of that came confusion. I'm talking about total mind fuck. Excuse my language for the children, but you know what I'm talking about if you are watching this. It was a total mind fuck. And when I look back on it now, it seems so crazy. It does. It seems so weird and so crazy. Because it was like I was doing these things and I was discussing them and wondering why I was doing them out loud and asking people and telling people, I don't know why I'm doing this, you know? But it never clicked on me that it was an outside force, the negative energies, the principalities, the devil, whatever you want to call it, doing this to me. And I had people on the outside looking like, dang, they probably thought it was karma. But I didn't do anything in my life to deserve what I was going through, and I knew that. People on the outside may not have known that, but I knew that, and that's why it was puzzling to me. It was confusing. I didn't believe God would do that to me at all. I didn't believe it. I didn't believe that anything I had done in my waking life, consciously or unconsciously, that I deserved what I received, and I did not. And I kept telling people that. I kept saying that. And I kept asking the question, what could I have possibly done to have everybody turn on me? it wasn't just them turning, it was them being mean, it was them being malicious, it was them being downright ornery and spiteful. Like it was bad. It was bad. It was so bad. And it was everybody. When I say everybody, I mean everybody. God did not spare one single person that was standing beside me. He revealed every last one of them to me. Every last one of them. And I had to make a conscious decision to walk away from them. Not in judgment of them, no, but in love of myself. Because they have their own battles that they have to fight, their own spiritual journeys, you know? They just happen to be a part of my journey, but there was not one single solitary person that he did not reveal to me. And I'm talking about children too. And that will be a part of your journey. But I'm here to tell you that if all of a sudden you're feeling confused and you don't know what's up and what's down and who you are and what you want, and if there's a lot of challenges coming your way, accidents, and you've never been in this situation before, you've never experienced any of that stuff, understand someone is actually doing work on you. It does exist. It does exist. Whether you want to believe it or not, it does exist. It took me a while to understand that and to accept that I had been violated in that way, because that's what it's going to feel like when you absolutely, positively understand that that is what's going on and you accept it and you process it. It's going to feel like a violation. It's going to feel like someone entered into your home, which they did. They entered into your mind space. They did. Energetically. It does exist. It does exist. People can manipulate energy. They can. So if you find yourself doing things that you don't normally do, if you find yourself doing something that you never have done in your life and would not have considered it, if you find yourself confused because at one point you knew what you wanted to do, but now you're not so sure because this happened, that happened, a third happened, you're questioning whether or not love exists because you've been brutalized and victimized. You're not a victim, but you have been victimized by people in your life. You're not a victim because you keep coming back and you keep finding new ways to reinvent yourself and to love yourself. Just like I did. You bounce back. You cry about it. You deal with it. I didn't address those things, though. That was what I didn't do. So I'm hoping that you are addressing those things to the people that they are involving. People, places, and things. If you are not addressing them, meaning having conversations, writing about them, doing research on them, pull up some YouTube videos about them, like what are narcissistic tendencies, if you are in a relationship with a narcissist, if you was raised by a narcissist, what role do you play in that? Because all of that has something to do with who you are and the people that are around you. My journey revealed that there were a lot of people, there were a lot of people around me that were narcissists and manipulated my energy for their gain, for their monetary gain. That's what they did. Some of them did it out of jealousy and envious, or they didn't want me to obtain my goals. They didn't want me to reach my goals in life. But a lot of them did it for monetary reasons. Monetary reasons. They subliminally sent me messages in their speech, giving me way to doubt myself. If anyone is doing that to you, having you doubt yourself, and that's why you're confused, because you are doubting yourself. You are doubting the decisions that you are making for your life. You are doubting the decisions that will help better yourself because of outside influences. thoughts and opinions of others that are infiltrating your energetic field. That is what's happening. That is why you are confused. If you have never been one to be confused a day in your life like I was, up until not 25, but I that's when the pain started, when they were manipulating the energy and locking up my energy. Okay? It happened. I am a witness to it. And I'm also a witness that God does heal. Yes, He does. Because He opened my eyes to those things and to the people that were doing them. They were doing them. Anytime anyone in your immediate circle says things to you to doubt yourself and to doubt your own judgment, they are manipulating you. Some people do it because they're ignorant to the fact that that's what it is, but a lot of people, especially if they are narcissistic, which a few of my friends were and still are and would not admit it to me. Now, the thing is that I was raised by a narcissist and I dated one. But I didn't know what a narcissist was until, a few months ago, a couple of months ago. And I did a lot of research on it. And I'm still doing research on it because I'm learning to heal myself. So if you find that any of this is ringing a bell to you, please, by all means, start doing research because you are the orchestrator of your life. We are co-writing our life because we are God's children. So we co-write with Him. Nothing happens to us that God does not want to happen or does not allow to happen for the betterment and for the progression of our souls and our life path journey. That's it. Our whole existence is a spiritual journey. We're just not aware of it because we weren't raised that way, but it is. And no matter where you're at on this journey, if you've come across this video, it's because you want answers and you have questions and you're being manipulated and you're not quite sure how it's being done. Because if you're anything like me, anybody who directly tries to do it gets shut down because I don't like being controlled at all. I don't. Never did, not as a kid, not as a teenager, not as an adult. It's embedded in me. It's DNA coded. I can't help it. So with that being said, anyone who came into my circumference that tried to outwardly, let me put that out there, to control me by telling me what I was going to do and what I was not going to do and how to dress and what, they were met with something fierce because I value my independence. But then I realized that there were those that were undercover and weren't as outright and blunt and forceful and aggressive as that. They were very passive in their undermining of my independence and undermining my thought process about myself. If you never had bad thoughts about yourself and all of a sudden you start having doubts, darling, you are being manipulated by black magic. Someone is doing a spell on you. And it can be numerous ways. Understand, I am literally not just finding this out because I just found out, I was finding out about it last year, but it was in one particular person. But now that it's come full circle, I realized that other people in my life were doing black magic, those that I felt that were real close to me. And when I say black magic, it is not just hocus pocus stuff. Black magic can be as simply someone sending you bad energy, bad vibes, meaning they could be cleaning their house and they're thinking of negative thoughts about you. That's black magic. That is negative energy because our thoughts become reality, okay? Our thoughts become reality. So if someone is actually sitting there thinking something negative of you, Even if it's by mistake, even if they have the wrong thoughts of you in their head, it is not up for you to correct it. It is for God to show them. So you do not retaliate. You don't say anything. You don't do anything. You just sit back. You continue to walk your path. And you let karma be what it may. And you let karma and God have its way. It is not your business. But you do have the responsibility and the duty to control yourself and to heal yourself. I know it's hard. I know it's difficult. But only you can do it. No one can do it for you. Absolutely no one. Not your best friend, not your mom, not your dad. And you may be looking to your parents to heal you because you may feel as if I did, and I did at one point, feel that it was their responsibility since I felt that they broke me. But they didn't break me. They didn't. They hurt you. They hurt your feelings. But they didn't break you, darling. They didn't do it. And the quicker you get to that understanding, it took me 45 years because I went the long way. Actually, I'll say 20 because I wasn't aware until, 20 years ago. But I wasn't even aware. Like, there's so many levels to this. Being awoke and awake and being aware and paying attention. There's so many levels, honey. So many levels. So it doesn't matter where you're at on your level journey. Become more than what you are. So if you are already aware, become acutely aware. If you are already acutely aware, I don't want you to become obsessive about it, but I want you to become diligent. That's the word I'm looking for. Become more diligent. I was not aware, so I was aware of who I was, but I wasn't aware of the world and what it consisted of, and the people and the spirits. Yes, always been aware of God. First time I saw a picture of Jesus Christ on a cross, and it was a very graphic picture. It was in color, and I was like 5 or 6 years old playing at a neighbor's house. And I was playing with her daughter, and I opened up the book, being nosy. It was a Bible. And I seen the picture of Jesus Christ nailed to the cross, and I just started bawling. I just started crying. I don't know why I was crying, but hindsight 2020, when I think back on that memory, I just think it was so violent that it touched something in me. My child's spirit felt whatever that picture conveyed to me. And I cried, and I never forgot that picture. I've been in tune with God my whole life, especially after my dad was killed. I used to talk to him all the time. And now I realize that God talks back in spirit form. He can't talk back like we want him to. We all want him to say, "My child, go there. My child, come hither. My child, don't mess with him." But that's not how it works. That's not how it works. And so I'm listening. I don't want you to give up. I don't. It's hard. I know it. I know it. I know it. I know it, darling. I know it's hard. You may be sitting here crying right now. And it's okay to cry. It's okay. You got to get it out. Whatever it is that is eating you up on the inside, causing sickness in your body, you're giving it help. Whoever is doing this to you, you're giving it help if you are not taking care of yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And I know it gets hard. Get out the bed. Go for a walk. Take a shower. Wash your hair. Go eat at your favorite restaurant. Go buy you something pretty. If you like makeup, go get your makeup done. Or buy a new palette and do your makeup. Do something. Go to a park. Go swimming. Go get outside. Go do something for yourself. so you can remember who you are. Do something if you can. And you have a long memory like I do. Remember back to your childhood. Remember back to your childhood. I'm bringing back for you. Remember back to your childhood when you just played with abandonment, when you didn't care about nothing. You just wanted to go outside and play. You ate your cereal fast because you want to go outside and play. You barely brushed your teeth because you want to go outside and play. You just wanted to play. So remember something fun when you was a kid that just made you want to play. Yesterday, I went to the swings. We was out walking. Me and my niece and my mom went walking to a park. Got my mama out the house. I'm going to post that video because it was fun. I don't post too much of my inside life, but I shall. So you can see that I am who I say that I am. Yeah, I get on here and I talk about, life and depression and all that stuff, but I also live what I preach. I laugh every day. I cry too sometimes. Sometimes I cry, but I also find a reason to laugh, and sometimes I cry while I'm laughing. May seem delirious and crazy, but you know it works for me, so no judgment on myself. I'm gonna post some videos and understand that even though I was just laughing yesterday and I was just swinging on a swing with my mama and my niece, not even 2 to 3 days earlier, I was sitting on my sister's front lawn in my blanket crying all day because I didn't have any money and I just had a disagreement with my sister. I have a niece that blames me for everything. So it's a lot I'm still dealing with. I'm in a house with people that still blame me for everything. I am still their scapegoat. And I understand it, but now there's boundaries. I do not allow disrespect. You can talk about me all you want to. You can hate me in silence. But God has protected me, and I'm protecting myself. But I will not take it out on them because I know it is not who they are. They are struggling, and they don't know what they're struggling about. They don't know how they're struggling. They just know they're hurting, and they don't want to hurt no more. That is who I am surrounded by, and I get it. But within that chaos, I reached out to a friend. And it wasn't to ask for help. It was just because I was in pain. And I just wanted someone to recognize me, someone to see me. That's it. I just wanted someone to see me. Not only did she see me and encourage me, she also sent me a monetary gift. And I so appreciate that. But even in the midst of me crying, I could have been mad and sad and not went to the mountain with my niece. I had a conversation with her too. But I could have been mad and sad because my expectations weren't met with them. They were my expectations. I could have been mad and sad and not wanted to go to my mom's house because I felt like she should have did this and she should have did that. But I know better, so I do better. Me healing myself is not their burden. I have had so many discussions with my family, and you will have to have them too, because you will have to learn to stick up for yourself. You will have to have them too. You will have to have those hard discussions. You will have to have them. And I'm sure I still have to have a few more, But if you start those conversations off in love and with love, no matter what is brought back to you, you won't feed into it because you are at peace with yourself. Remember, when you are angry and for no reason, you got to remember who's around you. Their energy is tainting you. But I'm going to post some videos. because I think I did. You'll see. So I posted 2 other videos where I was just like, I'm just tired. And that was just after a disagreement. I am tired. I'm not going to lie. I'm ready to be in my own space, but God has other plans for me, and I have to wait on Him to make His move. He will, though, because I have faith. I do. I've had faith for 2 years that I've not worked. You understand? I've not worked. I've been too distraught and emotional to work, literally having breakdown after breakdown. You'll understand if you don't already, which probably brought you to this channel. So now's the time to start doing research. I've given you a lot of information, a lot of tidbits, a lot of breadcrumbs, a lot of trails. Just know that you'll be okay. You are stronger than you think. I know at times it don't feel like it, and it's okay to feel weak at times. It's just not okay to give up. It's not okay to give up. I will not condone you giving up. You cannot give up. You cannot give up. Not at all. You are literally almost there. Almost there. I can't tell you if it's 3 months. I heard 3 months, but I can't tell you that for sure. That's what popped in my head, 3 months. But I don't know. I can't tell you that. But I know if you came to this channel, this particular channel, darling, you are blessed beyond measure. You are so protected. It may not feel like you're protected because that's someone doing work on you. They want you to be fearful. They do. They want you to fear. If you fear, that means you're confused. You can't make intelligent decisions. When you are fear, you are working from your root chakra. You are working from the bottom. You are working from your carnage self, your carnal self, your animalistic self. We are more than animals, darling. Someone doesn't want you to understand that. You are more than that. You can overcome this. You can. And if you where I'm at right now, welcome, love. How you doing? Feels good, doesn't it? It feels good. I know we cry sometimes, but don't it feel good to have your mind back? What? Are you kidding me? If I don't get nothing else, I'm glad I got my mind back. Because I didn't have it. I was confused. I had a reprobate mind. And I recognized it as such. But I didn't understand why and how and the cause of it. I didn't know. I know now, though. I believe. I believe. Spirituality was taken for a reason from us, so just know that. Meditate on that. Namaste, my loves. Peace, love, and light. Mazel tov. Ashe. I love you guys. No matter what you think, you got this. No matter what you feel, you got this. You do. You do. You do. You do. Anytime you wake up on the right side of the dirt, darling, you still got work to do. You still got work to do. You still have work to do. Get on up now. Come on. Wipe the snot from your nose, the boogers out your eyes. Yeah, come on. You got it. Take your shower, cry about it. Put on a song, but then put on a song